Hi Lexies, welcome or welcome back. Today we're working on our budget for April 11th. We're going to be doing it a little bit different today. So instead of starting through our income, we're actually going to be starting by updating our credit card debt from last pay period. And this is where I'm going to need you to stick with me, okay? Because what we're doing is we're going to our expenses from last pay period, and then we're comparing that to our credit card debt. The reason that I'm doing this is because that's the debt that we had on that date, which was April 4th. As of April 4th, that was the usage that we had for each credit card. And again, I'm going to need you to stick with me because I know it seems redundant to do what I'm about to do using a calculator, but I just wanted to make sure to show you the numbers as I was inputting them into my tracker. So we're starting off with the Apple credit card. Last pay period, we paid $3,360 with 27 cents towards that card, which had a balance of $3,360 with 27 cents. Now, girl, why are you subtracting this on a calculator? Again, I just wanted you to be able to see the numbers and what I was doing as I was doing it. Moving over to our next credit card, our Discover card had $4,472 with 70 cents, which is the number I put there in the calculator. And I just realized I've been saying the word calculator a lot, which is a word that Luxies love to make fun of me for the way that I say it. So that's going to be the last time. So we paid $4,472 with 70 cents for that Discover card, meaning that we fully paid off the card, which was one of our main goals. Seeing all of this debt go down feels so good. Honestly, we accrued most of this debt within a 2-week time frame, and full transparency, we just booked some trips and we also took our dog to the vet, but the vet visit was only about $90, so most of this was due to the trips that we're going to be going on. Anyways, while I was yapping, we paid $510 with 92 cents for our members card, and again, it just feels so good to see these cards at zero because that just gives me so much anxiety. Speaking on debt, I want to get a travel credit card, but I'm really not sure what type of credit card I want yet. It was actually one of my goals for last year, and we just didn't end up choosing any card or deciding on the card that we wanted to choose for our travel credit card. But basically our goal is to have a credit card where all of our bills come out of so that it can accrue points and we use those points to travel. The Credit One card had a little bit over $136, which we also paid off, so that now has a balance of $0. We have another members card that has the most money in it right now, and we're actually not planning on paying it down just yet because our next goal is just to save money, and you will see that on our budget for this week. Card has a total balance of $2,455 with 73 cents, which again is a lot, but we won't be paying that off just yet. What we paid this time was $943.30, so that did bring it down some. When it comes to credit cards, they say what's most important is to just keep the balance below a certain amount or a certain percentage. So that percentage is usually 30%. For me, I think it's always good to keep it at around 10% or less. This tracker actually calculates automatically the percentage of your usage because you are going to be inputting your usage as well as your card limit. After you put those numbers in, the formula will automatically tell you the percentage that you have on each card. Of course, most of my cards are paid off, so they're at 0%, except for that members card, which is over 50%, which is not good at all, but we'll work on it. We actually have another card that was not on our tracker, which is our Care credit card, and that's what we use for our vet appointment. The limit on this card is a little bit over $900, but I didn't have the exact number at the time, so I just put $900. But now we're gonna move on to our actual budget for April 11th. What I did was just duplicated the previous tab that I had for our previous budget, and then I'm just clearing it all out so we can start fresh. Although we were paying off the budget or writing down what was paid off for last week, of course we accrued more debt from last week to this week, so I'm just going in there and just adding those totals. The Apple card had a total of $36.80. Discover had $113 with 6 cents, and then members $1,583 with 37 cents, giving us a total debt $1,733.23. Moving over to emergency savings, it has a total of $6,245 with 60 cents after the deposit that we made on April 4th. Okay, now we're really gonna set this up. So we're gonna change the tab name to April 11th, which is when we got paid, and then we're gonna change the date up top as well. After we change the date, we're gonna go into putting in our income. Last pay period, we had 6 incomes. This pay period, we're budgeting 4 incomes. Full-time 1 paid us $920 with 95 cents. Full-time 2, $1,538 with 67 cents. Full-time 3, $1,107 with 35 cents. And then our part-time $481 with 17 cents. $48.14 is our total income, and this is after all taxes, deductions, and investments. Next is of course our expenses, which we always start with our bills. We deposit $1,200 into our bills account every payday. Next was our Apple credit card, which had a balance of $36.80. Our Discover credit card, we paid $113.06. And lastly, our members card, we paid $83.37, which is just a little drop in the bucket to pay it off, but the other two cards are now fully paid off. A total of $1,433.23 went towards bills, so now we have $2,614.91 to allocate elsewhere. Next is our variable expenses, which gas got $50, groceries got $100, miscellaneous got $50, and then our second miscellaneous category got $50 as well. This gave us a total of $250 going towards our variable expenses. I actually stopped budgeting for a while and we were just swiping or spending money. However, of course, after paying our bills, and we were still saving money, we were still paying off debt, etc. But it's just such a different feeling when you have everything in a spreadsheet where you can see exactly where every dollar is going. Our emergency savings got a total of $2,364.91, which was what we had left over. Since we do a zero-based budget, we ended up with $0 left over. The more that I use this tracker, I keep thinking of different little things that I want to change. And a good perk about having this tracker is that on the information tab, there will always be a link where you can get the latest updated version of it. So let's say I update a formula or I update how something looks. For example, in this one, I decided to update the numbers from numbers to percentages. I think it just makes way more sense. The numbers are already displayed in each section in the lighter pink, as well as in the middle boxes there that you see under the pie chart. I've also made this change to the universal sheet, so if you do purchase it after I've recorded this video, it will show the percentages, and if you purchased it before, you can always go to the link and re-download it. I'm still working on how I'm going to share my budget with you guys and make it make sense through these videos. Thank you for watching and see you on the next one.